Don't you be afraid.
What's going on YouTube? This is your boy Jamelio7 with Sinister 7 Gaming, and today I want to bring you my hyper offensive Ronin build. The reason I call it hyper offensive because the main component with a lot of Ronins is you want to keep the team alive while keeping yourself alive, but people who actually enjoy playing Ronin in the offensive nature a lot of times run into the stickler that they're not able to just mow down opponents with ultimate ability, because the Ronin's ultimate ability is mainly for healing. It does have one damage technique, but it doesn't kill as fast as a Hachiman's Fury or one of the other abilities like Shadow Strike or something like that. But with this build, it kind of closes the gap between a Hachiman's Fury and what you can do as a Ronin. And the good thing about it is I'm going to kind of get in depth, and I'm going to let you know all the different ways that you can either get more mileage out of your damage or just flat out be more of a utility toolbox. So starting off, we're going to go with the healing essence. I know a lot of hyper offensive builds you tend to lean more towards the spirit animal, but in this build you don't have to. The spirit essence, the healing essence is the direction that you want to go with this hyper offensive build that I created, because it's going to give you a healing circle and it's going to pretty much set the parameters on how far you can DPS inside your bubble. Then we go with weakening burst. Weakening burst, I just love weaken on any one of my builds. Like if you see any of my other builds, I run the charm that when you get hit by a melee attack, it instantly weakens the opponent. Well, weakening burst, it weakens a radius around the Ronin at the cost of 1 resolve. Quick regen. Quick regen increases healing received and healing regen by 50%, which means that this healing essence that you're standing in is going to be increased by 50%. That's one thing. But I'm going to also show you some other things with the gear. Here you have a choice. A couple different things you could do. I use soothing breath because a lot of times if you end up being a main Ronin in a matchmaking setup, it's kind of good to have the soothing breath, so when you revive the team, they also have a regen for 8 seconds. That's pretty big. If you in a organized team, you can either run fire breath or you can run a legendary perk and run a second legendary weapon. But primarily you want to go with soothing breath because your main component as a Ronin is to keep yourself as well as the team topped off. In my gear, this is where you start to get your damage from. I use the Stone Striker, and my Stone Striker is not optimally rolled. What I will want with my Stone Striker is I will want Moon Stamps, which I roll, but where the melee resolve gain is, I will want melee damage there, because the Heavenly Strike that you get from Stone Striker at the cost of 1 resolve, it does more damage against staggered enemies, which that's why you use a Moon Stance to be able to get them staggered faster, so that you can hit them with the Heavenly Strike. Also, melee damage adds damage to the Heavenly Strike. So Stone Striker is the route you want to go, because like I said, the Ronin does not have its own ultimate abilities. So Heavenly Strike is going to be your go-to, combined with your weakening burst to 1-shot and 2-shot certain enemies. Alright, the bread and butter of any Ronin is the bomb packs. You want to use the bomb packs. Again, this is not an optimally rolled bomb pack. What you will want on your bomb pack is blast radius at 25% because you want to get the big radiuses to build up more resolve, because resolve, feeding yourself resolve, is going to be the key to putting out the most damage in this Ronin hyper aggressive build. You want to hit as many targets, build up as much resolve as you can, so you can start pumping out those heavenly strikes. You can start dishing out those weakening bursts. Very important, very important. If you do decide to run the legendary technique, what you want to run forbidden medicine. And if you run forbidden medicine, yeah, you want to have black powder bomb. This bomb is a beast. It gives you major resolve, it sets them on fire, and it does a shit ton of damage. So you definitely want to use the bomb pack with your Ronin. Alright, I'm actually pretty proud about this charm. The charm itself came with healing radius increase, which I would have preferred it to be in the 90s, but 81 ain't bad. Counting that, I also got healing instance duration as well, and it was almost max roll as well. So that was pretty big. My particular play style, because I like to stay in there, I like to get in there, I use health increase. But you can, like I said, I'm going to get in depth with this build. You can use the resolve increase if you want. You can use a resolve increase here, and then you can also use the resolve increase and techniques if you wanted to. And that would be give you a total of 5 resolve, so that instantly puts you up to 5 heavenly strikes in a row. Hachiman Fury, Shadow Strike, the Bow Ultimate, you can do it the same way, and it's the same thing. So that's big as heck too. But I chose to go with the 3 the 3 Heavenly Strikes. Here I went with the kunai. The kunai is the only ghost weapon in the game that gives you melee damage, which you want for your aggressive Ronin build. You want this because you're gonna be in the fray. You're gonna be getting it in. You're gonna be dancing inside your healing essence, doing the additional damage. So you want this. Also, I want to fire it up because it sets them on fire, and I would kind of want cooldown on kill in this particular situation, or status effect duration. It just depends. But this is the bread and butter right here. My trusty healing gourd. I'm going to tell you why my healing gourd is so beastly. One, it has damage reduction on it. Like I said, I'm going to be in the fray. So reducing any amount of damage even further is big when you use weakening. So when any opponent that's weakened, on top of my damage reduction, they're doing about 33% less damage to me. That's pretty big. Then I have injured resolve gain, 22.5%. Anytime I get hit, I build up resolve, which also goes into your heavenly strike, which also goes into your weakening burst. Also helps you with your ult in case you have to heal everybody, revive everybody. You still have that in the bag. But this is the crazy thing. Strong brew. Whenever you pop this, you know what this thing does? It's gonna give you 50% more on your heal, right? So it's going to go from 25 to 40%, right? Then that 40 is going to get pumped up to 60. So whenever you pop your healing gourd, you heal for 60 health. That's crazy. All because your technique plus strong brew. But like I said, this build is a beast. And I'm a Ronin novice. Like, I've been playing Sam, I've been playing Assassin. I'm a Ronin novice, and I know this build is a beast. So in the hands of a Ronin master, someone who actually has the roles that they need and actually knows the ins and outs of how, a Ronin is supposed to run, this is a god level Ronin build right here. But tell me what you think in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the content. As always, if you're subscribed already, welcome back. If you're on the fence, I definitely think you should hit the subscribe button. But until the next one, peace.